All right, everyone, it's time for Daybreak in 10 here on Color 10.
We are on the air with you for the next 10 minutes, commercial-free, beginning right now. And let's begin by checking in with meteorologist Elisa Rafa with our forecast for today. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning. We are starting out really pretty out there this morning. We've got a nice sunrise at 64 degrees with just a few clouds, some southerly winds at 9 miles per hour, and comfortable dew points in the middle 50s. It's a little bit cooler than yesterday in spots, about 5 to 10 degrees cooler at 63 degrees in Branson, 55 in Mountain Grove, 58 in Fort Leonard Wood, and you're closer to 70 over near Joplin. Dew points are a little bit stickier over to the west, but for the most part, with dew points in the 50s, we're starting out really pleasant and comfortable out there this morning on that muggy meter. At the pool today, you're looking at sunshine, a very high UV index of 9, temperatures in the middle 80s. And like yesterday, as the humidity builds to the west, you could have a storm or two pop. Most of us will be dry with sunshine and then staying clear and nice through the evening hours. So small storm chance to the west today. 60s and clear skies overnight tonight. Small storm chance again tomorrow. Temperatures in the middle and upper 80s. We'll have healthier storm chances come into play by Friday as the pattern turns a little bit more active. Highs up near 90. It will be warm and humid. Those storm chances continue to become healthier through the weekend and into early next week as the pattern just becomes a little bit more active. Not a washout. You're just looking at some rounds of showers and storms. Even with the extra clouds and some healthier storm chances, temperatures stay at and above average in the middle and upper 80s through the weekend and into early next week. So 2 more quiet days ahead. Then the pattern turns a little bit more active as we head into the weekend. Joe, Jen.
And Lisa, thank you. We have some breaking news this morning to update you on. Police are investigating a deadly shooting on the southwest side of Springfield at an apartment complex there, and that's where we find our Color 10's Bailey Stroll. She has been out there all morning. Bailey, what is the latest on the situation out there right now?
Well, police still on scene, investigators now trying to figure out what really went down here. We do know that police believe there was a male victim standing just outside a 3rd floor apartment outside the front door when he was shot from somebody inside that apartment. Those inside the apartment have now been cooperating with police this morning, but no word yet on any arrests. Now, if you look over here near the Come & Code, this is at Hillcrest and Republic Road in southwest Springfield. You can see belongings. This is where the victim was found after he was shot at the apartment complex, the Golden Pond Apartments. He was then picked up here and later died at the hospital from injury. So you can still see his belongings, blood on the road there. And then if you look a little bit further, just down from the Come & Go sign in this grassy area, that is where I was walking earlier after speaking with police. Looked down and noticed a gun sticking out of the grass. I alerted police obviously right away. They've since put a little white thing over top of it and have expanded their tape there. So that's just one other clue to what could have happened here this morning. Reporting in Springfield, Bailey Stroll, Ozarks First.
All right, thank you, Bailey. We also have an update from Springfield Police from last night as 2 people were found dead inside a home in the 1500 block of North Golden. They were residents of the home, and police believe it's a murder-suicide. The victims are 1 man and 1 woman, likely in their 20s. The couple's baby was also found inside, not injured, and is now in the custody of a family member. The victims' names have not been released yet.
The 2 deceased subjects were inside a bedroom, and it does not appear that the child had any access to that, to see that or involve that or compromise the crime scene at all.
Now, at last check, police do not have any suspects and believe this was an isolated incident.
A fire broke out at the Emerald Bay condos on Lake of the Ozarks. Crews are investigating after the large fire tore through the condos. Flames were bursting through the roof and most of the structure there last night. This happened off of Horseshoe Bend Parkway in Lake Ozark. No injuries were reported, and the state fire marshal will investigate.
As communities continue to reopen, some restrictions remain in place to continue preventing the spread of COVID-19. But some cities in the Ozarks have decided to move forward with the state's plans for reopening instead of putting in their own further restrictions. Willard and NIXA have representatives that have said there are some traditions they just don't want to miss. In Willard, Brad Gray says they want to keep the Freedom Festival tradition alive. Drew Douglas with the city of NIXA says they are still encouraging people to follow recommendations from the CDC.
It's up to people to make good decisions for themselves and their families about how they can reduce the risk of spreading COVID-19 to their family and their loved ones, and the other people that they might come into contact with.
We're also enacting a lot of social distancing protocols. So we have staff working from home. We have staff working on scheduled times, and we're rolling out those kind of practices throughout the city.
Both Willard and NIXA don't have testing facilities yet. They were relying on places in Springfield to get them done, and both believe that's still working well.
Taking a look around the region, there is a back and forth over whether to remove a Confederate monument on Sebastian County in Arkansas on the courthouse grounds. The statue depicts a Confederate soldier holding a rifle. It was built in 1903 to commemorate those who served in the Confederate Army during the Civil War and to honor the soldiers buried in the Fort Smith National Cemetery. Petitions have been circulating the area both in favor of keeping the monument as well as for its removal. Commander for the Sons of the Southern Cross, James Bible, says the Confederate soldiers shouldn't be forgotten.
You think these Confederate soldiers are fighting to keep some rich plantation owner slave? No, most of them were just farmers and just regular folks. They just didn't want to see a Northern Army come here and take over.
Fayetteville, Arkansas is passing a new ordinance requiring people to wear masks while in public. The ordinance also creates a business support hotline and allots money for providing free masks. This only applies indoors, but there are exceptions for crowded events outside, like exercising, eating, and drinking. Councilmember Kyle Smith believes Fayetteville could lead the state in requiring masks.
This isn't choosing to go it alone for Fayetteville. We've been left alone in Northwest Arkansas to fend for ourselves. This is choosing to lead. This is hopefully choosing to lead our other Northwest Arkansas neighbors, because we are all in this together.
Those who don't wear a mask won't face any legal penalties, but they'll be given one and asked to leave a business if they refuse to wear it.
News from around America, Pacific Gas and Electric Utility Company has pleaded guilty to 85 felony counts from the November 2018 Camp Fire. One count was for unlawfully starting the fire and 84 counts of involuntary manslaughter the fire caused. The fire destroyed almost 19,000 structures while torching more than 150,000 acres and killing 84 people. The CEO says PG&E improved its operation and inspection protocol, hardened its energy system, and is incorporating more advanced technology so that a tragedy like the Camp Fire doesn't happen again.
Got some more coverage about reopening the Ozarks. Cox Health Fitness Centers will begin reopening to the public today. All centers, except for the one in Willard, will open with limited hours and activities. Facilities will have occupancy limits, be requiring distancing and checking temperatures upon entrance. No in-person classes will be offered, and the pool will be closed as well. No guests will be allowed for now either. Now let's take a look at what's coming up for you on CBS This Morning.
We'll talk with the acting Secretary of Homeland Security about President Trump's executive order on police reform. Plus, comedian Jay Pharoah opens up about his disturbing encounter with police. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
All right, so we have some trending news to tell you about this morning as well. You might see this online and woke up to some news that the wife of a congressman in Kentucky died suddenly. Congressman Andy Barr. Carol Leavell Barr passed away suddenly last night. They don't know exactly what happened. At least those news have not yet come out. His chief of staff only said she died suddenly last night at their home in Lexington, Kentucky. Several of Congress members have come out on Twitter expressing their condolences to his family.
All right, just 39 years old, no cause revealed with that. We need to get one last look at our forecast too, Elisa.
We'll have pretty much similar weather today than yesterday. Isolated storm to the west with sunshine and temperatures in the 80s.
All right, that'll do it for us here on Daybreak on this Wednesday morning. Thank you so much for starting your day with us.